Hi, welcome to Janome Sewing Machines Facebook Live. My name's Katy Mitchell and I'm one of the educators for Janome, and today I want to talk to you about the hand look stitch off of your sewing machine. I'm going to be demoing it today on the Continental M7, but it is on a lot of sewing machines that are out there. So what is the hand look stitch? Well, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. You're using a monofilament thread in your top of your machine, and then the color you want to look like you've hand stitched it in your bobbin. And I didn't like this stitch, I'll admit it, because years and years ago I did some free motion quilting with monofilament. And back in those days, it was like using fishing line. Terrible stuff. Hated it. Swore I'd never use it again. Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, somebody gave me a spool and said, try it out. They've changed. And I did. I actually free motioned a quilt, and I was quite impressed with it. So I thought, okay, we'll give this hand look stitch a go. And I did it for a project for work a few months back, and I really fell in love with it. And I think you will too. It's really kind of neat. As far as monofilament, there's lots of different brands out there on the market. I'm using a Mettler in my machine right now, but there's Sulky. I even have a Jenny Haskins. There's quite a few out there. There's a clear monofilament that we use just about on all the fabrics, but they actually make us a smoky one too that we can use on our dark fabric, so it just blends in and you can't see it. Well, again, I got the manual out and I found hand look to see what to do with it because I wasn't real sure, so I figured better check out. They don't give you much on it, but it's really easy to do. It says to use a transparent nylon thread for the needle and ordinary sewing thread for your bobbin. The bobbin thread is pulled up on the right side of the fabric and the stitches look like you've hand sewn them. Now I know that hand word is one of them 4-letter words we don't like to use, so if I can use it on a machine, I'm all over it. First off, I threaded up my machine with the monofilament, and I have a red bobbin thread in there, and I'm using a polyester, which I use a lot for when I embroider, but I just like because it adds a little sheen to it. And these are some of the stitches. I don't know if you can see them up close, but what I did is I stitched them out. I wanted to see what they looked like. So right here is number 1. And I left it at 2.5, which is its stitch length. Then I changed it a little bit and did a 3.5 and down to a 5.0 because I wanted to see what it did. Now the 2.5 kind of pulled it a little bit, but it gave it that really cool old grandma looking quilt look. 100% cotton, yay, I did it by hand. When I changed it up a little bit, it didn't pull it as much. Now there are 6 hand look, yes, 6 hand look stitches that are on the machine, and again I stitched them all out because I wanted to see what they looked like. I also got in there and changed up a few things. One of them was I changed up my tension because sometimes your monofilament, it is kind of real thin, can get caught or just doesn't like your machine. So I tried it regular and then I loosened it up and it was great. It worked wonderfully for me. I'm looking out here to say hi to everybody. Oh my. Hi Sandra from Ontario. My boss is out there, people I used to work with. Yay! Lots of good people out here checking me out. Scary stuff. I do really good in front of people and one-on-one, but when I'm staring at this little camera, it just like freaks me out. I told my son earlier I wanted to put a face and then have that camera as one of the eyeballs. It might help me a little bit. Don't know about that. So I want to show you how to set your machine up on this. And then I am going to show you some samples of what I did. I've been working all week. Really, I have. So I'm going to turn you around. And this is the front of the machine. So when I turn it on, it automatically came up into utility. Okay. Now there's a couple ways you can get to this quilt look. But the easiest way for me to do it is we have this little t-shirt on our screen. And when I press that, up comes, what do you kind of want to do? Well, I have 3 pages of this for your needle, seam, woven, stretch knit, but that's not where I want to look. I want to go to my next little tab, and right here, these kind of give me my techniques, and one of them is the hand look QU technique. So I'm going to go ahead and press that, and look, and up comes my 6 looks. Now I always thought there was just one and that's it, but no, there is 6. So right now it's set at my stitch length at 2.5. I'm right in the center at 4.5, and basically I'm ready to go. But one thing I did want to point out to you that I'm doing, because I'm doing it on a quilt, so I have the batting in between my upper and lower layers of fabric. I am using the ActiveFlex foot. That's so everything will feed through really nicely. Now I started sewing, and my foot for the top feed dog wasn't moving. Now on my other machine, which is an 8900, it moves right away and I have no problem. Then I realized on this machine, which is kind of cool, I need to go into here, which is a little round button with lines through it. And I have manual dual feed setting. Right now it's off. I want to turn that guy on. So now I've activated my upper feed dog. I'm leaving it at 5 for my balance, which is right in the middle. That's where I want it to be. I'm going to say OK. So now I'm using hand look 1, and all I'm going to do is take my fabric. I've got my layer here, and hope I don't make you too seasick. I'm just going to start sewing. Now it is a slow moving stitch because it takes 3 stitches in one false swoop. And when I get done with it, I want to make sure I've knotted the end. So I'm going to press my reverse button. It's going to automatically stop and knot for me and lock off and cut. And there I have my stitches. And that's really pretty good. But then, like I said, I wanted to play around. So I came over here. I opened up my window to find out my needle position, my stitch length. This is where I would change anything for my tension. And I want my foot to be auto because it's working out just fine. So I went ahead and I said, let's go up to 3.5. And I want to loosen this up a little bit. So I actually took it down to 6, which, you know, kind of scared me, but that's what we test things out for. And I started sewing again. And of course it says, look, rethread and start. It always does this for us because it can. And it looks like I have to put my bobbin thread back in. I got it out a little bit, which I tend to do that now and then. If it can be done, I can do it. So I'm going to put it back in. Go ahead and move out that little wiry fabric or thread out of the way, and let's start again. Lower my foot. And here we go. And I'm kind of liking the look of that one a little bit better. I don't know about you guys. So that's what I did, is I took it, I wrote it down, and did what I needed to do. Whoops, I'm moving around, sorry everybody. But also, now I can close that out, but what if I wanted to do other hand look? Hand look number 2 kind of looks a little wonky, and what that does is it truly makes it look like you've done a hand look stitch. Everything not correctly in a row. See how it's doing that kind of one way and then one way the other way? And yeah, that's how I kind of do hand stitching as well. So my thinking is, if I'm going to do it by the machine, I want it to be straight and narrow. But see the difference? You've got that kind of wobbly look compared to how straight it is. You've got that wobbly look. Now the other ones I'm not going to stitch out, but I am going to show you as I knock everything on the floor, which is normal for me. And again, I wrote them down. So stitch number 6, number 3, 4, 5. So there's quite a few of them that you can pick from to make